Hello everyone, welcome to Kitsters, and in today's video we're going to be learning some gel plate mono printing. Now our first step is to create our gel plate. So get your tray out and you want to first empty the contents of this gelatin packet into it. And you want to do the same with the glycerin as well. Empty out the entire bottle into the tray. So what exactly is monoprinting? Well, monoprinting is a very unique form of printmaking where you can only get one final image from your gel plate. In other forms of printmaking, you can make multiple copies of prints, but in this form, you can only make one final print. So it's more like drawing or painting in a sense. Alright, so once you've mixed your gelatin and glycerin, now in the same glycerin bottle, you want to fill up water till right there, and this water you want to heat it up in a kettle or on your gas stove. Heat it up well, do not pour it back into your bottle, do it directly like this, and put in your boiling water into the gelatin and glycerin mixture. And now you want to mix it very well till the gelatin completely dissolves. Now please do note that this does take a little bit of time, so please have some patience. If you find that your gelatin is not melting very well or it's taking too long to melt, you can pop this into the microwave for 30-second intervals and just keep mixing it till it fully dissolves. Okay, so now you want to take this tray with the mixture, keep it in your fridge for a good 5 to 6 hours till the gel plate completely sets. So once that's done, you take it out, and with a knife or the edge of the spoon, you want to just loosen up the edges a bit, and just with your hand you can pull out this gelatin plate. Now if your gelatin plate is a little bit grainy, that's because your gelatin did not fully dissolve. So to fix that, you can put this back into your microwave, melt the mixture down completely till it becomes a liquid, and set it again. So you can keep doing that till you get a nice smooth gel plate, something like this. Okay, so now let's get to printing. So you want to take these acrylic paints that come with the kit, and with the paintbrush you want to spread any color you like in just small amounts, something like this, all over the gel plate. So I'm going to be using a mixture of red and blue, so I'll get a little purplish print. Okay, so on the top I'm just doing red, and at the bottom I'm doing blue. Now you want to make sure that you don't put too much paint on your gel plate, otherwise it becomes a bit too wet and your print will take ages to dry. So just put very little paint, and as you go you can add more if needed. Now get out your roller and start rolling your paint over the gel plate so that it forms a nice smooth layer. So you want to make sure that you're using your roller correctly. You don't need to keep moving it up and down in the same motion. So you start from one point, go to the other, and then lift your roller and start again. And you want to keep doing that till the paint has fully spread over the plate. Now let's add some textures. So here I'm just going to be using the caps of the paints. I'm going to add a little bit of circles all over the gel plate. You can use anything you have around the house to add those textures. You can use some stamps, you can use some blocks, and it'll add really interesting textures to your print. So now you want to take one of the papers given in the kit, place it over the plate, and just rub down your paper gently so the print will transfer. And now you can slowly peel off your paper and look at your print. So there was a bit of paint that didn't transfer. I'm putting back the paper down, rubbing it well, and we're peeling it. So there you go, we've made our first print. But this was just a trial print. I'll show you some other techniques that we can use as well, which are very interesting. Okay, so now before making your next print, just take some old scrap paper and rub it on the parts of the plate where there's some ink and remove them. Alright, so for our next print, we're going to be using some stencils. So in our kit, we give you 2 stencils to choose from. I'm going to be showing you how to use one of them to create some really interesting textures and patterns for your print. So here I've just used some red and yellow paint. I'm gonna be adding a little more yellow at the bottom to create a little more brightness. I think I'm happy with the base, and I'm just rolling off a little bit of the excess paint from the roller and spreading the ink a little more. So here I'm using this stencil. I'm just gonna place it right on top of the gel plate, and with the roller I'm just gonna press it down so that the textures really come through. And now on top of your stencil you can add some more color. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow, and now we roll it out throughout the stencil. So when you're using the stencil technique, you can actually get two prints from just this one design. So for the first one, on top of the stencil itself, we're going to place our paper and take out our print. So just the same as before, we're gonna peel off our paper, and we get a very faint print here, but I feel it's really pretty as well. So that's one of the prints that we got. And now to get our second print, you're just going to remove that stencil, take another piece of paper and capture that print. Now we slowly peel off this paper and we get a kind of mirror image of our previous print. Now for our next technique, we're going to be using some flowers and leaves just to create really nice prints. So I'm going to be using some green and yellow. Again, we're going to spread them all over the gel plate like before. And now I'm taking this little palm leaf, placing it just on the side there. And with our roller, I'm just gonna flatten it out, just like that. And now we take our paper, place it on top of the gel plate, rub it down nicely. And slowly peel it off. And now when you're using a leaf, in this case you want to peel off the paper halfway, take out the leaf, put your paper back down, capture that print and peel it again. And there we have this really pretty print. Now there was one point that did not capture the paint. I'm just gonna do that again. Put back the paper, get the paint on it and peel it off. There we go. Now again I'm using some scrap paper to just clean our gel plate. So you want to keep doing this in between paint so that you don't have any residual ink coming onto your new print. Alright, now onto our last print. I'm going to be using one of the other leaves to create a print here. Just using some red and green, getting a really dark color this time. Now I'm going to place this leaf in the middle of the gel plate, flatten it out like before, add some more paint which got removed. Alright, and now I'm going to be taking our paper, again peel it only halfway up, take out the leaf, and take your print again. So there we have it. We've created 5 different prints. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please do experiment with different textures, different things that you have around the house that you can put onto your gel plate. And yeah, I really hope you had fun. Now onto cleaning your gel plate. So again, after each print, you want to use any scrap paper to take off any residual paint. But if your paint has dried up, you can just use a piece of cotton and a little bit of hand sanitizer to remove that dried up paint. And the same goes with your paint roller. You want to wash it immediately after using it, otherwise the paint gets dried up and stuck over there. And as for your gel plate, you can store it in the fridge until you want to use it next. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.